What's up, everybody? It's your favorite clip-on's favorite nerd, and today we are looking at the upgrade set from X-Transbots for your Monolith. We won't be doing anything that remotely involves base mode, but we will be looking at everything that involves combine mode. We will also be looking at everything that involves vehicle mode. So with that, let's go ahead and get started, and we have nothing to look at but accessories. He comes with a variety of Motormaster faces that are ranging pretty much from angry to concerned to stoic and variations of those three emotions. And I'll just leave it sit here for a bit while I talk about it and you can kind of look at the expressions yourself. But once again, they're all painted beautifully. The metallic purple paint with the darker metallic purple eyes. It works. It's sharp sculpt work. It was always done well, and this is just more kind of variations on that. So no issues here, but nothing really mind-blowing either. There are some cool expressions here, however, the ones he came stock with are kind of good enough in my opinion. To add on to that, he also came with 4 Minosaur faces, obviously one kind of talking, almost in a happy way, and then one, I don't even know, like it's just a different type of face, really. I like it though, and then the kind of screaming face and the stoic face for like almost maybe a G1 toy or maybe even comic book style, I don't know, something more stylized. Once again, cool enough to have, but doesn't necessarily do a whole lot for me. They are decoed beautifully. The gunmetal looks great on the face, as well as the metallic red eyes, which has always looked good. And the sculpt work looks good for the face lines as well, so no issues, just options. So you get these 4 weapons, and they are all sculpted differently. They all have the same base sculpt, right? And then they're kind of variations of them, but enough variations where they look independent, unique, different, and kind of have their own identity, which is cool. So for the most part, they all just have handles that flip down on the bottom. They are the metallic burgundy and blue here are fantastic. These are painted as well, but obviously just because of the metallic black, it doesn't show up quite as vibrantly, but all cool nonetheless. Now you also get these 4 sets of armatures, and they all operate the same way. They're all pinned into the kind of center box, and then that allows the 2 armatures to sort of spread out to the sides, and they all have different connection points. So you can pair these up. The burgundy one goes with the one with the 1 tab, and that will slide into the bottom of that. The blue one goes into the one with the little notch out on both, and it has the double notch on that side. That'll do it, and that handle has to be collapsed. This one just has a single tab slot that'll go in there. And then you start to combine them, and it gets a little tricky. So the red tab goes into the back of the blue gun, and because of the paint, it's a little bit of a tight tolerance. There. And then the next one that you have, the double barrel black with the 2 cross members here with the slat between them, they come around, and these 2 tabs of the armatures clip into here. The bottom of the armature base for the blue one. Then you have your last gun with the tab off the back. That slides in to the middle of your double barrel black one, and then the 2 pegs there go into the barrel. And that kind of solidifies, you know, the whole venture, which leaves you with 1 armature left, which will slide down the tab that's sort of hanging out there at the bottom. And then you have this piece, which is another piece included in your accessories, and this combines onto these 2 with the circles facing towards the front of the weapon. And he'll hold that with it tabbing into the palm of his hand per usual. Now, these weapons also plug into the vehicle modes the same way that the guns do, basically, that they came with in their original boxes or releases. So, for Dead Ends, for instance, plugs into the back, and the rest of them kind of plug straight in. I think I have these right. I'm not 100% sure. It doesn't cover them in the instructions, so forgive me, but either way, you should be able to get the point. And lastly, all of these weapons will kind of marry up, mainly for base mode, but, you know, gives you somewhat of an idea of what to expect, you know. So, let's see, this one. Maybe it goes in there. Ah, there it is. So they all, sorry if it's blurry, marry up. And I think I got it. I think I showed them all. So boom! You're welcome. He comes with a weapon blast effect, which looks good enough. It's a dark kind of, I don't know, purplish red, translucent, and it plugs into the barrel of the gun. My only issue with this is that it does put a significant amount of weight on the gun itself, and I already have enough issues with him being kind of top heavy, so I'm not sure that that will do much to help, but you do have the option. While we're on the topic of effects, he does come with the 2 effects that come out of the wrist with the jagged little lightning type look, and they're the same color, translucent, and they're kind of generally fine. And those peg in to that hole right there in the gray structural part of the trailer. I don't have a good vantage point to plug it in, but it's this tab into there. We'll show it in the final thoughts. He comes with a little communicator for Megatron. It has the black screen, and then it has 2 tones of yellow. It looks like, anyway, unless the lights are playing, the lights might be playing tricks with me, but the keys to me look like a brighter shade. Anyway, it's a decent enough sculpt and a fun little accessory, but nothing crazy. We have the extra add-on car parts. This, we'll talk about drag strip first. It comes with the front bit here, beautifully painted with the red stripes and the metallic gold there, and then the front bumper and the silver accents. We have the rear tires with the silver line work, the red in the middle, and then this like the gold accent there. We have 2 of the side front tire pieces. Once again, decoed the same. And then we have the rear spoiler with the metallic gold once again, and then the red stripes down them. I'll show you how they go on, and then we'll look at dead end. So we'll kind of go piece by piece. If you look at the side tires, you have a number of large tabs. 1, 2, 1, 2, and then 3 will go into the top spoiler piece. So we're going to put those on first. That goes on the rear side as well, identically to the way we did the front. Then we're left with just those 2 tabs, which we can use, plus these 3 on top to tab in. So we're going to repeat that process here. We have this tab that's going to go into that long slot there, and then kind of just capture the arm. And the same is going to go for the other side. It goes on identically, so no issues. And then this piece goes down over top and clips around those 2 corner pieces. Forgive my arm if it's blocking the camera. It's just a little hard to see all this stuff. And that finishes off the look. And then we have the dead end pieces. And once again, decoed beautifully. The metallic red, we have the metallic silver, as well as some yellow there that's a little muted, in my opinion, like the mustard color. It's a little bit better on the regular toy version. Same for all of this. Nothing really special. This does have the headlights, blinkers, and grille. And it goes on somewhat similarly. So the rear pieces, it's a tab, and I'll show with this one first, and a tab here. So tab here, and that goes into, and just to be clear, it goes into the trailer portion of Motormaster. And then same on this side. Just gotta see it. And then if you look here, we have 2 pegs here, and this piece goes in. Now this was broken in package. I'm not sure if he is aware of that yet. I am going to contact him after I finish filming this, but they go into these 2 holes there. I didn't do this. And then up top, same type of deal as drag strip, long tab there, and then this kind of clips around the side, and that's for both. So they go into the side of the arm. Once again, forgive my arm if it's in the way. That went on relatively easy. The one side anyway. Other side's giving me a little bit of problems. Let's see. There it is. Okay, and then this acts the same way. They got 2 giant pegs here. And it just tabs right in to the front. You know. There. So that's it. I'll get it cleaned up. We'll take a look at it. So there it is. And honestly, I don't think it does a ton for him, honestly. One of my gripes aesthetically is that he looks a little top heavy and the legs look a little skinny, and I think this kind of just perpetuates that. It does make the car cleaner, but the cars really aren't what's messy about him in the first place. So to me, it seems a bit redundant. I'm not sure if I'm crazy about it. It's not terrible looking, but I'm not sure if it helps any more than it detracts. And there he is, all beefcaked out next to the DX9 one, and to me, I don't know if it makes any bit of a difference. I still kind of feel the same way about the two of them, which is to say, I think he looks great. I think I like him better without the add-ons, or maybe especially without the drag strip add-on. I might be more okay with the dead end, just because it might make it a little bit more symmetrical, but like, yeah, I just don't think it needs it, to be honest. I think it works just fine without it. So, final thoughts-wise, let's start with the negatives. It's $75. That's a pretty big negative. And the set's not exactly cheap to begin with, so that's compounding that negative. Secondly, it is an upgrade kit. However, it doesn't really fix any of the inherent problems that this piece already has. So while it may be upgrading it, perhaps what we actually need is a fix kit. The guns are cool for the cars, and I guess they work well enough for the base. However, they look really dumb combined for the combine mode. And it's just, I mean, I guess it's a kind of E for effort thing. The effects are cool, but I feel like for the price of the trailer, they probably should have come with that. I feel that way about most of the face options as well. It seems like to me they were really trying to hit a price tag. They were trying to hit an MSRP, and they just kept kind of piling things on this until they felt like it was justified. But I'm here to tell you that I'm not sure that it is. There are cool things about it, but I'm not sure there's enough cool things about it. And since it doesn't really fix any of the problems, I'm not sure that it's needed, because the piece kind of looks good enough without it. Which brings us to our positives. I do think it makes Dead End look better, and it ends up making Dead End and Drag Strip a bit more symmetrical. The faces are cool and beautifully done, as are the kind of effect accessories. Nothing about this is bad in and of itself. What's frustrating is, I think if this was included with the trailer at the trailer's price, people would have felt like the entire set was more justified. I can't recommend this because ultimately it's fine without it, and I'm not sure that the juice is really worth the squeeze here. If this thing balanced it out in some sort of magical equation of X equals Y, I would say get it. But because it doesn't, I would say skip it unless you really need it. And I'm not sure that you do. Thanks for listening. Thanks for watching. Until next time, take care.